The National Science Foundation, in a study which they did in 2005, said that an average human being has about 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day, out of which 80% thoughts are negative and 95% thoughts are repetitive. Have you ever considered why negative thoughts are so sticky? You don't want them to come, but they come repeatedly. Maybe you are angry with somebody, or maybe there was an insult that was very difficult for you to handle, or a criticism, or you are continuously thinking about your child who's not performing well. No matter what is the nature of this thought, it comes again and again and again. Now here's a thought statistic for you to ponder. The National Science Foundation, in a study which they did in 2005, said that an average human being has about 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day, out of which 80% thoughts are negative and 95% thoughts are repetitive. Now let's pay some attention to this. 80% negative thoughts. Do we have 80% negative experiences in our life? Of course not. Most of our life's experiences are mostly neutral. We have some positive experiences, some negative experiences in a day. But 80% of the time we are thinking about things which are not working, or which are not good, or which are creating fear in us, or which are creating doubt and anger in us. And 95% repetitive thoughts, which means 95% of the time the same thoughts are coming again and again and again and again. Why are negative thoughts so persistent? Why is it so important for our brain to be so oriented to things that are not working out? The answer is intricately linked to our survival. Not thinking about negative stimuli can literally kill us. If we do not think about a natural calamity that might come and don't take the necessary precautions, we can die. If we don't learn from our past mistakes, we can die. In the early ages, if people did not band together, did not worry about getting bitten by snakes or by wild animals, they would die. So we are conditioned and wired to think about what is not working out in our life, to orient ourselves to negative stimuli, to remember them, to perceive them, and then to always retain them with us. On the other hand, positive stimuli are nice, we enjoy them, they make us feel good, they are motivating, but they are not linked to our survival necessarily. We won't die if we forget them. So positive stimuli are not sticky. Positive experiences, positive thoughts come and they go away, but negative thoughts repeat all the time. Now this phenomena is known as the phenomena of negativity bias. The mind being biased towards negative experiences. Why do we need to understand this? We need to understand this in order to understand that what reality we are thinking about is not actually the objective truth at all. It is completely based on how our mind is wired to think. When the Buddha says, you become what you think, this is what he is pointing out to. You are creating your own reality, is what he is saying. Not the objective reality, not the truth that is occurring, but your own internal reality, which is dominated by this negativity bias. So what is the hope of being happy? What is the hope of being free of suffering if this is the amount of negative thought processes that are natural to us? And that is why repeatedly the Buddha, the sages, the people, wise people who have meditated, who have studied their minds, repeatedly they are telling us, you will have to change the wiring of your mind. You will have to learn to observe your mind and not believe in your mind. And the practice of observing your mind without believing in everything it says is the practice of a witness mind, cultivating a witness mind. Stepping back and knowing thoughts have arisen, thoughts are passing. These thoughts are important, I want to pay attention to them. These not so important, I don't want to pay attention to them. And when you practice when you become mindful, when you meditate regularly, when you practice developing a witness mind, you are definitely able to do this better and better, and your inner landscape changes. You think less of all this repetitive negative stuff, and your life becomes easier and happier.